Kenya's story of freedom made various stops along the journey, with some being documented for the significance they bear. Here in the county of Tana River, there are many pieces of evidence and the ink of history's signature. One of them is at the Hola Prison, where former Vice President Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, as well as former Chief Justice Willie Mutunga, were detained there at different times. As the country looks forward to this year's Jamhuri Day, Leila Mohammed looks back at some of these gems in the prison that speak to the occasion.
Walking into hut number 1 at the Hola Prison, one could almost feel like they are briefly being transported into a distant reincarnation of how one of Kenya's founding fathers took his steps to begin life as a guest of the state for about 18 months. Kenya's second Vice President Jaramogi Oginga Odinga walked into this hut on a hot afternoon in 1969 as a prisoner. Time has since taken its toll with the wear and tear of the structure, one among 6 that stand at this government facility to date.
Wakati huo sasa aliishi hapa. Miaka yote hiyo, miezi yote 15 aliishi hapa. Hapa ndio pale na kazi yake alikuwa amekaa.
Sasa labda alikuwa na mahali pa.
Alikuwa na hapa zamani kulikuwa na ile kitanda kidogo pamoja na sehemu zake za kulia, lakini basi ni miaka mingi ile mattress na ile mbao zilivunjika.
The structures built decades ago still stand. Under the more recent coat of paint, they are held together under the steel roofing brought from Europe, and the wood rafts tighten the fold.
Hapa ndio walikuwa naangalilia nje.
From the small dark room, Jaramogi and others who were held here could peep through this window, getting a static view of the immediate outside world, possibly serving as the canvas for the collage of thoughts as they dreamt of freedom and reminisced of their free moments in the past. Jaramogi was here owing to the conflict between him and the then President Jomo Kenyatta, when in 1969, Odinga was arrested after the two verbally abused each other publicly at a chaotic function in Kisumu, and where at least 11 people were killed and dozens were injured in riots. He was detained for 18 months until the government made a decision to free him on 27th March 1971. So much history remains written on these walls in cell number 1 here in Hola Prison. Many of these notes are from past residents of this particular cell, an aha moment of we were here, each person giving their dates and times of their incarceration, or just giving bits and pieces of quotes about life. But there's no more famous resident here than Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, one of the founding fathers of this Republic of Kenya, and his piece of history as a political leader is connected with this GK prison here in Hola.
Kwa mbele yetu akaenda retire, wengine ni marehemu, ndio walitueleza kama alipitia hapa. Kulikuwa na senior sergeant mmoja ambaye alienda retire, hata sasa ni marehemu, ni miongoni mwa wale watu ambao walikuwa wakichunga huyo mzee hapa, lakini sasa ni marehemu.
The current state of the facility is not as it used to be, with some deliberate dynamics being employed to ensure the detainees felt the punch of the administration.
Ukiona hapa hizi cells zimetengwa hapa, kulikuwa na fence ya mabati hapa ambayo imefungwa vizuri ili hao watu wasionane na wale wafungwa wengine. So walikuwa wanakaa huku ndani na fence ilipitia hapa, na kulikuwa na watu maalum ambao ndio walikuwa wanahudumia huko, askari maalum ndio walikuwa wanahudumia pande hii. Hakuna wafungwa wote wale ambao wanatoka kwa wale wengine kuja kuonana hawa wengine.
A few steps from what was Jaramogi's temporary home entered another famous guest of the state, a lawyer who championed for human rights and played a huge role in the move to disband a one-party state and allow multi-party democracy to thrive. Dr. Willie Mutunga, who would in 2012 become Kenya's first Chief Justice under the 2010 Constitution. Mutunga was detained here in Hola from February to March in 1983. Having been arrested on 29th July 1982, just 3 days before the Air Force's abortive coup of 1st of August 1982.
Hapa Dr. William Tunga au walipitia hapa kwa jela yetu. Hata sehemu waliishi iziko hizo makavazi.
The place these and other individuals once walked into and lived as detainees now hosts other prisoners as Hola Prison and is the only such facility in the entire county.
Tuko na watu ambao wanafungwa life sentence. Hao hatukai nao hapo. Wale watu wamefungwa long sentence miaka 20 kupanda, 15 kupanda. Hapa hawawezi, hatukai nao hapa. Tunahamisha, tunapeleka gereza la Malindi ama Shamalatewa kulingana na uzito wa kesi zao na kiwango cha kifungo kile wako nacho. Hapa tunakaa na wafungwa ambao kifungo chao ni cha chini, hasa ikijulikana hii ni gereza la ukulima la shamba. Tunakaa na wale wafungwa ambao wako na uwezo wa kufanya kazi nje, ili wanaweza hudumia taifa bila wasiwasi wowote.
The Interior Ministry has begun documenting the minimum security prison significance in the country's history. Leila Mohammed, NTV, Hola in Tana River County.